talking part. Okay. I absolutely can't talk when you guys are here. I won't talk to the camera. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. But I've been sick. I just didn't want to talk on camera all stuffy and nasally and gross. But I've been sick for like 3.5 weeks now, so I just gave it up. I'm gonna come on camera sick. It is what it is, whatever. That's why it's been a while since I uploaded. I'm trying my best to grow my channel, so I'm a little upset that I did slack on getting content out for a little bit. But I'm back. I'm coming to you guys with a nice little peachy, glowy spring summer look, an affordable makeup look. So I would say all drugstore, but I'm gonna go ahead and say all affordable makeup because a lot of these are online brands. They are extremely affordable, but they can't all be found in the drugstore. Good quality, the shipping comes fast. I love it, honestly. This is mainly what I use on myself and on other people. Morphe is one of my favorite online affordable brands. This whole entire eyeshadow palette, all these freaking pigmented colors.
Only $20. $20. That's crazy.
Go ahead and like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below. Talk to me. So I hope you really like it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ah! Okay. To start off bare face, I'm going to start with the NYX Liquid Illuminating liquid, and you mix this in with your foundation. And then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I mix the colors 07 and 09 together with that illuminating powder, and then I'm going to smooth it on my skin with a flat foundation brush, and then use my Real Techniques Beauty Blending Sponge to blend that in. And I just found that this method works the best for me personally. Both these foundations and the illuminator are all at the drugstore, and I think the foundations are like $12, and then the illuminating stuff was like maybe $7. And then this sponge I'm using is from Ulta, and it's the Real Techniques sponge. And why does Pandora hate us right now? But yeah, like I was saying, the sponge is $5 and it works so bomb. And I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows out a little bit. I did do my brows off camera just to save some time, but I do have a video on how I do my eyebrows. But I did show you guys me cleaning them up with my Maybelline concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm in the color Warm Honey, I think, or light, I don't know. I think it's the number 25. But I use that on my eyelids as well as like an eyeshadow base. This is a good affordable way to get a cheap eyeshadow base because this concealer is from the drugstore as well. And then I'm just setting that with any cream eyeshadow you have. And then the first transition color I'm going to go in with is Chickadee by Makeup Geek. They're also an online company. These shadows are $5 for each pan. And then next I'm going to go in with my Morphe Brushes palette, and I'm going to use the two pinky shades that are in the palette and really just mix those together and start to build up the color into my crease. As you can see, they blend out super nicely. And this fluffy blending brush is from BH Cosmetics, which is another online company, and it's super affordable. Now take any pinky blush, like mauve pinky tone blush that you have, and just really build up that pink color. I'm using a denser brush, also from BH Cosmetics. It's still just a denser blending eye brush. And then I'm going to pack on that blush color onto my lid to get more of an even color. And then this is my Morphe Small Precise Blending Brush. And I'm going to take the Makeup Geek color Morocco, and I'm going to put that, focus it more on my crease. But I'm just going to kind of build up like the warmness and kind of get that peachy shade. I just decided that the pink was a little too pink, so I added a little bit of orange to hopefully get a little more of a peach shade. And then I'm just going to coat my lashes with my favorite L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara just to prep them for my falsies. And right now I'm letting the glue dry on my falsies for a couple minutes while I go ahead and conceal. So I'm going to use that same Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm going to do triangle shapes under my eyes and then blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge. And that sponge is damp, in case you guys were wondering. Never use a beauty sponge that isn't damp. And I'm just going to blend that under my eyes. As you can see, this concealer has really good coverage, but it's still light at the same time. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, and it doesn't crease. I really do love it, and it's so cheap. It's like $8. And again, you can find this at the drugstore. And then I'm going to put that on the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead as well, just to really brighten up the center of my face. This is a spring summer look, so you really do, I mean, you want to be bronzed, but I really like the brightness as well. And then to set, this is the only thing that isn't affordable, but this is the Laura Mercier setting powder. I love this powder. It's so bomb. But honestly, there's a powder that's just as good. It's called the Air Spun Powder in Translucent. I can just never get my hands on it. But I'm going to set the rest of my foundation with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the color Sun Beige. And this is a dense Morphe brush as well. This is actually a foundation brush, but I love it for setting my face. And I also dust away my setting powder with it. I like to push in my setting powder, and versus just wiping away, I kind of push it into my skin and then get the excess off. And then I'm going to go on my lower lash line with all those same shades that I used before. I'm really just mixing them all together and getting a nice color payoff. And for my lashes, these are the Ardell Double Up in the style 206. I love these. I didn't do liners, so I really took my time applying my lashes and got them as close to my lash line as possible. It ended up working out really well. So I was happy about that, and I was so happy that I found these 206 lashes. Again, they're some of my favorite, but they're kind of hard to find. Next, I'm going to go in with my Amande bronzing powder. This is in the color, I want to say Sunkissed. This is an online company as well. I think some drugstores do hold it, but I got mine online a really long time ago. I usually prefer matte bronzers, but I went ahead with this shimmery bronzer because, you know, I was going for the glowy, summery look, and it actually came out really pretty. I love this line, and this bronzer is a really nice shade for my skin tone, so I'm just bringing some color back into my face because sometimes that foundation and highlight kind of drowns you out. So I'm not super precise with this. I'm just trying to bronze up my face and get some color back into it. So I just go in the hollows of my cheeks and around my forehead and just really go in on that. This fluffy face brush is from BH Cosmetics as well. And then I'm going to take the Wet n Wild blush in the color Mellow Wine with that same fluffy brush and just go ahead and blush up my cheeks. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara again. My all-time favorite. If you've ever seen any of my videos, I use it on my eyelashes, I use it on my eyebrows, I use it for everything. And I'm going to super focus on these bottom lashes and put a lot of coats on and really get them to pop out. I'm not doing any smokiness on the bottom, so this is kind of what I did instead. I just really focused on those bottom lashes. And I think they turned out really cute, but you can see I definitely put a lot of layers on. And then I'm going to clean up my bronzer with that Laura Mercier setting powder, and this just kind of gives a contour effect without actually contouring, and it just gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. And then I'm just going to wipe it away with the same brush as before. And then I'm going to go in and contour my nose a little bit. This is just a fluffy eyeshadow brush from like a random palette I have, but again, I don't want it too precise, just, you know, something kind of natural and light. So I'm just going to put the bronzer on both sides of my nose. And then to highlight, I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics Baked Bronzing Palette. Again, BH Cosmetics is an online company, and I'm just going to put that on the high points of my cheeks. And then I'm going to line my lips with my NYX lip lining pencil in the color Light Brown. And I'm going to go a little bit past the line of my lips and kind of start to fill them in. And then I'm going to take this peachy shade from ColourPop Cosmetics, and ColourPop is also online. These liquid lipsticks are $6, and they're long lasting, and the pigment is so pretty. So yeah, definitely go and check them out. Again, it's ColourPop Cosmetics. I'm just going to kind of rub it out with my finger to blend the liner with the liquid lip. And yeah, you guys, that's the final look. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope it's easy. I hope you're inspired by it and all that great stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.